Hello. Welcome, welcome. Yay, we're a timely bunch. Happy Wednesday, people. I'm Lisa. I'm gonna give people a little bit of grace because it is a Wednesday night, and I'm gonna maybe start in a few minutes. So it's 8 o'clock. I'll get started at 8:03. I have two screens. If you see me looking one way, sorry, I don't have um, that's just because I'm looking at my other screen. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being timely. Hopefully you can stay for the whole thing. And we will get started at 8:03. You don't have to have your camera on, but of course everybody wants to see everybody's beautiful face. So you also are encouraged to have your camera on, especially when you're speaking. I usually start the group chat after the info session, but I'm excited that people have joined and started introducing themselves. For those of you who don't know, because you haven't introduced yourself yet or haven't joined or just might not have WhatsApp, we do have a group chat on WhatsApp to communicate during, before, during, and even after the trip. But I'll get to that as we do our info session. All right, it's 8:03, so we'll get started. I have an agenda. It will also just be free flowing. But I like to use this opportunity not to just talk at people, but to also use this as a way to connect and get to know one another a little bit before the trip. I am going to be giving you information, as are some other people on this call who are co-hosts slash on the ATL crew, contributing their gifts and talents to make sure everybody has a great time over the long weekend. So everybody will be taking turns in talking, as well as you'll have the opportunity to introduce yourself and share some tidbits of information with the group through our virtual icebreaker. But without further ado, try to keep we'll get started, and try to keep your microphone muted, as everyone has now, until you are asked to speak, just to cut down on background noise. Okay, so I figure we can start this with, I want to introduce a couple of the people in the group who will be co-hosting and contributing, and then I'll give everybody the opportunity to introduce themselves, just like a really brief intro. So on the call so far, we have 4 of the people who will be contributing to the trip as co-hosts. I actually will introduce my co-host first. Her name is Zuri, and in her name tag, it says Chef Mo and Zuri. And as you might presume, Chef Mo is our chef for the weekend, gracing us with her delicious food. And then we have Stephanie, who's like my go-to for everything. She is our Lesbi Friend social media manager. And she will be blessing us with her amazing bartending skills at the Cute and Queer house party. And then maybe just if you're nice to her, maybe she might, mix you up a little cocktail at some time over the weekend outside of the party, but she's not working the entire weekend, just so you know. But I thought I'd start by introducing Zuri, because she is much in part why this trip is happening. So thank her. Literally, we came off of a trip in June. We had a Virginia weekend getaway, a local domestic trip, and Zuri sent me a 10-page proposal the next day on why we should do this in Atlanta. And I was very much against it, and she convinced me to do it. And with her and Steph's encouragement, we made it happen. So, and outside of Zuri, coming up with the idea, why this is also happening is because all of you are on this call and decided to take a chance and come on a Lesbi Friends trip. I know this is a lot of your first times because there are so many new names and faces. So I'm very excited about the new energy in the group. So really quick, we'll do a round of intros. Now that I've introduced the people that are helping lead the trip and contributing to the trip, we'll just start off with our names, where we're calling from, or your name or what you would like to be go by. If you want to share your pronouns, you're welcome to. And then tell the group what you wanted to be when you grew up. So I'll put this in the group chat just so everybody remembers your name, where you're calling from, pronouns if you choose, well, name and pronouns, and then what you wanted to be when you were a child, when you grew up. So do we have any volunteers?
I can start. I don't know if everybody can hear me. I'm often hoarse, pretty chronically, but okay. My name is Zuri. I'm actually in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. I already forgot all the questions. What did I want to be when I grew up? I think I always attached myself to jobs that I thought would make the most money. And even though it never made any sense for me, like I always wanted to be a doctor and I hate blood. And my mom often reminded me of that. I wanted to be a lawyer. I hate reading. So, I found a career path that just kind of fell in my lap. So I appreciate that. And what was the other thing? Sorry. My pronouns are she and her. And I'm calling from Roanoke. We're in Roanoke, Virginia right now, but Atlanta is my home base. And yeah, that's it for me.
This is the initial icebreaker. We'll be giving more tidbits of information as the hour continues. But thank you. That was great, Zuri.
Absolutely. And thanks for everybody being here.
I guess since she's already on, I'll go next. I'm Chef Mo. I go by Mo. At home for Monique LT, as you can see.
Chef, can you speak up a little bit?
Sorry, I'm hoarse too, so been screaming all day, orders and things. I go by Mo LT for short. That's a name through high school. What I wanted to be when I was a child, I wanted to be in the WNBA. I wanted to be matter of fact, the first person in the NBA is what I really wanted to be. And you couldn't tell me otherwise. I couldn't be. My pronouns are she and her. And like she said, we're calling from Roanoke, Virginia, my hometown. Well, our hometown.
Thank you. I think Carmen wanted to go next.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carmen. I live in Chesapeake. What I wanted to be when I grew up, I knew since I was in elementary school that I wanted to be an accountant. And then when I became an accountant, I was very bored. So I ended up joining the Marine Corps because I wanted something that was a little bit more challenging for me. So, but in the Marine Corps, what did I end up doing? Accounting. And so I never got away from it until a few years after I got out of the Marine Corps and I got into contracts, and I did contracts for quite a few years until I do what I do now. Now I'm the director of operations for a construction company. And I don't have any pronouns. I think I said on anything I've ever did. I'm just me.
Thank you, Carmen. Any other volunteers?
can go.
Thank you.
Everybody, I'm Danielle. I'm from Iowa and I'm currently in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Pronouns she, her. I wanted to be an astronaut. But then I went to like NASA Space Center and did some of the activities and I was like, yeah, there's really no way this is gonna happen. So I chose a different trajectory.
Thank you for that. We're all gonna go, so feel free to volunteer yourself or you will be voluntold. Tatiana,
Yeah, hi. I'll go next. So my name is Tatiana. Pronouns are she, her. I am from Canada, and what I wanted to do when I grew up was be a nurse, only because my mom was a nurse. And then I worked in a hospital and saw what they did, and I'm like, not for me. So now I am a elementary teacher.
I'll go next. Can you hear me?
you can speak up a little bit.
All right, Tony, pronoun she, her. I wanted just to be a boss. So I didn't care what I was going to be a boss in. I just wanted to be a boss. And so I think I like sports, so I wanted to be a coach at one point, but I really just wanted to be a boss because I didn't want anybody else bossing me around.
And where are you calling from?
I'm actually in Delaware right now.
Thank you.
I can go. I'm Brittany. My pronouns are she, her, hers, based in Durham, North Carolina, originally from Charleston. If you know, you know. Um, and when I was younger, I knew I wanted to be a paleontologist because I was like, oh my God, Jurassic Park is the business. And if I can like dig up bones and do all this for like every day of life, I would do that. Is that the right word? That's the right word, right? Paleontologist? That's how far back it goes because I don't even remember. Uh, did not grow up to do that. Still love playing in the dirt though. And was there anything else? That's it. Okay.
Thank you.
I can go ahead. My name is Tiffany, calling from Cary, North Carolina. Pronouns she, her, and hers. And I wanted to be, when I was little, I wanted to be an accountant. And I did do accounting for a bit and kind of changed that a few years ago. Now I'm in systems.
Thank you. All right, we have a couple new people. We're doing a quick round of intros for those who just joined. I put in the group chat, hopefully you can see the 3 things you'll be sharing are your name or what you go by and your pronouns if you choose to share those, where you're calling from, and if you want to include where you're from, and then what you wanted to be when you grew up, when you were a child. So we're doing a volunteer basis until people stop volunteering, and then I will volunteer them to go. And I'll go as an example for the newbies who just joined. So I'm Lisa. I go by Lisa. Pronouns are she, her, hers. I am calling from Washington, D.C. and originally from Massachusetts. I wanted to be an attorney or a lawyer when I grew up, and then I wanted to become a judge. No longer want to be a judge, but I am and still an attorney. All right, I see someone off mute. Would you like to go introduce yourself? And forgive me, I don't know if it's Shaquina or Shaquina, but you're off mute, so I was assuming you wanted to introduce yourself. Just kidding. Okay. Oh,
Also,
thank you, Steph.
my name is Steph. I am calling from DC, born and raised Washingtonian. I wanted to be an actress when I grew up, and I'm kind of doing that. I do voiceover work sometimes. So, my pronouns are she, her.
You got, oh, yes, please, Jamika.
Hi, I'm Jamika, calling from Maryland. She, hers, me. I wanted to be an artist. I'm still an artist. I'm also a couple other things, but we're not going to go there. But I think that's it. She, hers, he, yeah, me. Yeah, that's it. So this is my first trip. Can't wait. But my third event for Lesbi Travel, I think. But that's it. Bye.
Thank you. All right, we got 4 more people, maybe 5. We're doing a quick intro with names, pronouns, where you're calling from and what you wanted to be when you grew up. I think we're gonna go with Rachel next. I'll unmute you, Rachel. All right.
Okay, is it working?
It's working.
Okay, acting up. Hi, I'm Rachel. What are we saying? What we wanted to be? Um, I'm currently in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and when I was younger, I wanted to be a vet, which I am not.
Thank you, Rachel. All right, Shelly, Ty. I know we have, did we have 2 Brittany's on this trip? Did you call in twice, Brittany, BN? Okay, well, we have 2 Brittany's on the call. So Brittany, Shelly, and Ty, and Shaquina, you can correct me when you come off mute to introduce yourself. We're just sharing. Oh, Brittany's next. Thanks, Brittany.
I am working out some technical difficulties because I just walked into the house. So I've been listening on my cell phone from the car as I was speeding into here. My name is Brittany. I know there's another Brittany on the phone call. I'm looking for her, but I don't see her on camera anymore. I am new to anything Lesbi Travel, but this is my first one. I'm hoping to go to the trip in Thailand. That is on my list of things to do, Lisa. Pronouns are she, her. And what I wanted to be when I grew up, a number of things. I thought I was going to be a teacher. I thought I was going to be an architect. I thought I was going to be a fashion designer. And then I thought I was going to own my own newspaper or magazine. So I've been a little bit all over the place coming up as a kid. So, and I'm not doing any of those things. So that's where we are.
Love all the dreams and aspirations, and that's okay that you didn't do those. I'm sure you're doing something even better.
Okay.
Thank you for that. All right, 3 more. Oh, thank you. And I will verbally introduce Shekinah. Thank you. That was helpful. I'm a phonetic person that I'm gonna put that in under my phone, under your contact information. Okay, Shekinah's pronouns are she, her. She is from the middle of Georgia, and she has accomplished all of her childhood goals with the exception of being an ME. I don't know what that means, but if someone wants to say what it is, they can. And Shakina, sorry, is it Shakina? Shakina, excuse me, is now just trying to figure out her current path. Okay, let's see. And now thank you for that. And now we just have Shelly and Ty. If you guys want to quickly unmute yourselves and introduce yourself. Medical examiner, that's what an ME is. Thank you.
Oh, hi, I'm Shelly. I came in late, sorry. I don't know what we're introducing ourselves.
Oh, no worries. It's in the group chat. But I will just verbally say it, your name, where you're calling, your pronouns, where you're calling from, and what you wanted to be when you grew up.
My name is Shelly. My name is Nichelle, but I prefer Shelly. My pronouns are she, her. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I wanted to be a psychiatrist growing up, but I'm currently a housing provider in DC Court.
Thank you. And Ty, last but not least, we would love an introduction from you too, if you can unmute yourself.
Hi, I'm driving. That's why I was trying to get to my destination before I could for everybody to go first. So my name is Timon, and my pronouns is she and her. And what I wanted to be when I grew up was a lot of things. An artist. I actually drew a portrait of Shelley growing up. She remembers that one. But yeah. And a veterinarian. So yeah, I love animals and I still do. And I'm still always finding animals on the side of the street and helping them. I ended up becoming a nurse. So, and did I say I live in Boston, Massachusetts? But if I did, yeah. And I live in Boston, Massachusetts. So nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too virtually. Nice to meet everyone. Thank you. You guys did that so well. And please drive safe. Timon. Sorry, I know your nickname is Ty from Shelly. But you prefer your full name. And thank you everybody for being here. There are other people who are coming on the trip who clearly are not here because we are a group of 20. There are a few spots left. If you know anybody who wants to come, they can snag one of the remaining spots. But even if we just end up with the 20 of us who are part of this trip, it's going to be a great group. You guys all have amazing energy, and I've enjoyed chatting with you virtually via email or text message in this planning process. So thank you guys for being here, and thank you for being in Atlanta in just 2 weeks' time. So I thought we could start off by just talking a little bit about the intention of the trip, and then we'll go into like the specifics and give a little bit more details up behind the itinerary. You will all be getting a travel guide. I will share the link in the group chat, but I will also email that. It is virtual and it might be updated, so it won't be changed drastically, but you'll all be getting what the information we're going over tonight, so you don't need to take notes if you don't want to. But yeah, I thought we would start off by sharing the intention of the trip and maybe some themes that we are thinking of. Lesbi Friends Travel is very intentional, not only with the spaces we create for our events, but also our trips. And our trips are a way for people to connect, hopefully like on a long-term level. Not just for a weekend, but people definitely make lifelong connections. I've literally had to mute all of the group chats that I'm in because they're just always going off and people are sending pictures about meeting up in different places with the new friends that they made. So, and it's a really great experience. So yes, Zuri and Steph, I'm going to invite you because you guys were pivotal in coming up with sorry to put you on the spot, pivotal in coming up with our intention for the weekend. I think Zuri started by creating the intention, but Steph like really put a beautiful words behind it. So you guys can tag team, but we want to tell the people what the weekend is going to be about, and so what they can expect as far as energy and theme goes.
Go ahead, sir.
I feel like you just so eloquently put it into words, so that's why I was like pointing at you. But
I'm not gonna remember exactly what I said, but I felt like the theme, since it is pride, but not to be like gimmicky, it could just be like, what are you proud of just in yourself in general, or what brought you to the place of being open to accepting your gayness on whatever the spectrum it is. Yeah, and just a way to connect is always through vulnerability. And our queerness tends to be a soft spot for everyone, depending. And I just felt like that would be a good theme for the overall trip, to come with open hearts, to express yourself freely, to feel safe doing so, and know that everyone else there is doing the same thing. So
that's almost exactly what you said. So thank you for saying it again. But yeah, so we do have a few, and I know Lisa, I'm not jumping ahead. Lisa's gonna go over some of the scheduled things that we're gonna do in the house, but just kind of doing all of those things with that in mind, and almost even starting that tone here, where I know not everybody is as comfortable speaking up in front of folks and all of that. So just coming and knowing that we're all kind of sharing in that experience and like Steph said, in that vulnerability and building community through that.
Thank you. Great. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you all. So you should now be able to see something that says welcome to ATL Black Pride Takeover. Thank you. Okay, so you will all get a link, both sent via email and in the group chat to our travel guide. I'm only gonna go over it very quickly because I know you guys are gonna like read it, memorize it, be able to answer a quiz on it later. No, it's not that deep, but we as a group, because this is a team effort, like I could not do this by myself. So we put this together to share more information about the trip with you, hopefully proactively answer any questions you might have. But also, if there aren't things that are in the travel guide that you might want to know, you can put it out there in the group chat, or you can ask me directly. Best communication method is email prior to the trip, but let's get into it. And we will also get into the itinerary so you guys know what's in store. Okay, so hopefully everybody has the address, but just in case, and it should have been in most people's welcome email when you registered. So if you just, go to your email and look for Lesbi Friends Atlanta trip, you'll have it there, but it's going to be on the second page of the travel guide. And again, this is just our intention for the weekend, and what's there to expect. So we know most of you are traveling from out of town, probably taking flights. I will be driving with my road dog Steph, thank goodness, because I couldn't make that drive alone. It's been a long time. But so most of you will probably be taking public transportation or ride shares. So of course, Uber, Lyft are very easy options. If you want to brave the MARTA system, it's very user-friendly and a little bit more cost-effective. If you happen to be driving, there is parking at our accommodations, and so you just refer to this section for more details on that. Let's get into the itinerary, which is the fun part, right? So you guys know what to expect. So we suggest arriving, and and Zuri, feel free to, you know, jump in whenever, because I might not go over everything in detail. We suggest arriving between 2 to 4 on Thursday, which is day 1, just so if you want to get the most out of the trip. We can officially enter the accommodations, which is a private rental, by the way. Hopefully, you've had a chance to see where we're staying, not only just on our website, but we've also linked the website to the White Bohemian, which is the name of where we're staying, so you can check out the space. It's a really beautiful space for beautiful people to enjoy a great weekend. So we can literally have access to the house at 4, which means the house will not be ready. Like, I won't have your room signs up on the doors, you know, your gift bags won't be out yet, but you can have access to the house when we have access to the house. And when I say we, I mean like the setup crew. Just because we understand that, you know, you might have been traveling, you might want to get refreshed, and you just might want a comfortable place to relax. So we're giving you access when we get access to the house. However, and nothing actually begins until we get settled and we get unpacked, which will be 6 p.m. We're going to do a social happy hour, and we will have a mocktail as well as a cocktail for us to partake in, and then we'll do light bites for the evening. So, I mean, you can come hungry, but it's not going to be like a full spread. So just be mindful of that. Then we'll do some get to know yous, icebreakers, and games the first night we're there. For those of you who want to be out and about, I'm not mad at you. I'm more of a homebody. There are like 4 people in the group so far who have taken advantage of the discounted party pass add-on that Zuri has gotten us through her contacts. And so I'm sure a lot of you will be taking advantage of that and going, you know, to other the events that are taking place during Atlanta Black Pride that are included in that, or other events. So we won't be mad if you leave the house, but we hope that you at least, you know, do the first few hours with us and get to know yous. On day 2, we're going to do some morning movement just to get the day started. It could be yoga, meditation, stretching. We will have someone on site to lead that. Then Chef Mo is going to grace us with her delicious breakfast. And I'll probably pause here because I wanted to also take this opportunity for Chef Mo to answer any questions that people might have, but also gather some information from people. Now, I know my registration is long, and I try to ask you all of this information up front so that I don't have to come back to you and ask it to you again. So I'm hoping that everybody gave their dietary restrictions, but now is also an opportunity to share your just dietary preferences. So since Chef Mo will be making us breakfast throughout the entire duration of the trip, I'm sure that she would like to know what people like to eat for breakfast. I like omelets and eggs. That's just my preference, and some sort of breakfast meat, but you don't have to cook for me. This is a group affair. But you know, some people like oatmeal, some people like fruit. Like, maybe we can take a break and share some things, you know, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day for those of us who eat it. Some things that we might want to include for breakfast. And you can put it in the group chat if you do not want to speak verbally.
I think I put on my preference in when I signed up. I am a pescatarian, so I don't eat any meat. But I'm a big breakfast person, so I'll eat almost anything as long as there's no meat on there for breakfast. I'm an eggs and grits and toast. And, I mean, I'll eat anything just as long as there's no meat. And if I need to bring something, I can do that too, and bring my own non-meat, as they call it. I can do that also. So I don't think there's too many other people that if they are, I'll bring enough. So just let me know if you need me to do that.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We do try to accommodate everybody's needs. If you have any like other than meat,
Allergies or anything like that, please definitely let me know. I mean, I'm going through messages and everything, so I know exactly what I need to cook and what I need to keep separate from this and that.
yeah, the allergies are very important, guys. Someone on the Puerto Rico trip we had in June failed to mention that they were allergic to peanuts. Like very big allergy. We made something with peanuts because nobody expressed they had a nut allergy. And so, yeah, that could have went the wrong way if, they didn't flag that. But yes, so just communicate that with me, or you can verbally say it to Chef Mo and they will make note of it. But if you communicate, whatever you communicated on your registration, which you can update at any time, or just ping me. I mean, don't ping me in the group chat because I'm less responsive there, but you can email me or text message me directly and I will make note of that if you can't update your preferences online.
I will say that I think that 9:30 p.m. is a little late to be having breakfast.
Oh, did we? Okay, sorry. That is very late. Thank you for catching that. I literally just stuffed my amazing and then literally put this together well, she put this together before, but I literally reviewed it today. I'm sorry. But so I will correct that. We are going to eat in the morning.
I wanted to make sure we had like oat milk or any other milk than animal milks. I'm allergic to milk and cheese. So, I mean, I'll try anything else, but anything made with any kind of milk, I can't have. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll be separated, but options are great as far as milk is concerned. Thank you.
Great to mention. Thank you. Yes, we will have plenty of non-dairy options and probably err on the side of not using dairy when cooking, like things like eggs, or maybe there will be a separate thing for dairy. And things will be labeled, but feel free to ask questions throughout the weekend. Okay, I'm sure you guys will all be updating your registration. So I'll share that with Chef Mo by the end of this week. And I'm sure that the breakfast will be varied each day, but expect normal breakfast foods, eggs, fresh fruit, maybe pancakes one day or waffles another day, stuff like that. And then when outside of breakfast, there will just be like grazing food that will be available in the refrigerator / left out if it makes sense to leave it out, if it's non-perishable, that people can just help themselves to throughout the weekend. Because this is a different type of trip. This is my first Pride trip. Or this is Leslie Friends' first Pride trip. So we understand that not everybody will want to be in the house the entire time, even though it's an amazing house. So we want people to be encouraged to go out and, enjoy a meal, and, go to an event and not have to feel like you're missing out because you're not eating in the house. But for those of us who are snackers and eat like every 2 hours, like me, there will be food in the house that you can help yourself to. You'll just have to make it yourself and clean up after yourself. So like stuff to make salads and sandwiches and a big old snack pile. So make sure you include the snacks that you like in your intro on the WhatsApp group chat, because that will also help influence what snacks are being purchased for the house. Okay.
Yes,
anyway, so we're doing a writing workshop, again, with our Bring Your Pride theme, which Zuri is going to lead, on Friday. There is some free time. Zuri, do you want to talk about that at all?
Sure. And actually I'll back up because I realize I'm looking at the schedule and the other parties that we've talked about are on here on day one, and it like what Lisa was referring to as an option that is included in that party pass. And even if you don't purchase the party pass, it is one of the less less expensive parties. There's an R&B Thursday event that takes place every Thursday in Atlanta, and it's more of a grown and sexy crowd. And it is going to be one of the main kickoffs for the women's events for Atlanta Black Pride. So I'm gonna look into what it would be like to just, if we decide to do that, and that's something that we can decide as a house and as a group. And we can potentially get a section so we can have a place to sit together and things, but it's a very chill kind of sing-along karaoke situation where the mic gets passed around and people just kind of belt out R&B. So that's what that vibe is. And then for this writing workshop, for those of you, I know a couple folks, but my background is I'm an intimacy coordinator and a trained sex therapist. So a lot of the work that I do is about interpersonal work and self-reflection. So when I'm thinking about pride, when I'm thinking about building community, I feel like that community starts within. So I want to kind of bring that into the focus of this writing workshop. And so doing some self-reflection and also potentially seeing what pride we find in ourselves and what we're looking for in other people. I don't know how many folks on the trip are single or open to dating or things, but and we'll get to the speed dating part that comes up later, but that is also as an option. So this could be some manifesting, this could be whatever you all decide that it is and where you need to put the most energy into manifesting and finding that pride within yourself.
Awesome. Zuri is go-to guide for Atlanta happenings because she lives there and she knows the people. So I'm sure we'll be picking your brain more on things to do, whether in the group chat or like when we get to the house and we make a decision as a group. And by the way, people, you don't need to go to anything else if you don't want to. I probably will not be, when you guys leave the house, I'll be napping. So I will not be attending all the events. I'll leave the house, don't worry. But don't feel pressured to go out. But I know some people like to go out. That's why we're there for Black Pride outside of the connection in the group in the house that we're gonna have. So these things are optional if you choose. Also, the schedule, hopefully you don't mind, will be flexible because maybe like we get there on day one and everybody wants to go to this event that Zuri mentioned and you guys want to leave the house at 10. And so maybe we move up our get to know yous at till 8, which is why this will be shared as a link and be updated accordingly. But this is what we're thinking right now. Okay, so we'll have some free time, nap time, whatever. And then we'll have a catered welcome dinner. We have a special chef, a guest chef, if you will. I mean, Mo's the most special chef, but we're not asking Mo to cook dinner the first night. We'll have a local chef come by and she will set up a catered dinner for us, a welcome dinner. Typically our welcome dinners are on the first day, but because of travel, we understand people might be tired. We're pushing it to day 2 and hopefully people will be a little bit more comfortable with each other and this will be a good time. Then a suggested group outing is a comedy show that mine and Zuri's friend Kia is throwing. I already got my tickets. You do not have to join, but I think it'll be a really good time. The link to that will be in this, so you can visit and see if you want to go and get your tickets. Day 3, which is Saturday, we'll do a boozy breakfast for those who drink. For those who don't, you can have some bubbles too. They just won't have alcohol. Then we'll do some vision boarding or vision boxing just to stay in, which will also accompany our theme, pride, and what that means to you. We'll have some free time and then a suggested group outing will be the Wet Her block party, which is also a pool party. This might be a little ratchet fun that we all need, and I will be partaking in this. So Hopefully you guys gear up and bring your bathing suits. Speaking of bathing suits, our accommodations does have a hot tub, which anybody can use at their will. I'm sure we'll be getting in the hot tub at night, but feel free to use it throughout the day as well. And then we'll return to the house for those of us who go out and have a talent showcase. And you don't have to necessarily have a talent to participate. This is like a signature Lesbi Friends thing, and it's a lot of fun. You'll have a good time. There might be some role playing. I'm not trying to give too much away. Okay. And then more munchies, and kickbacks and games. And just so you know, like outside of the planned things, there will just be like stations in the house. So there will be a coloring book station. So if you just want to like color, like zone out, have a conversation, you'll have those. I have probably like 50 games. I might not bring all of them, but there'll always be games and like table topics you can partake in while in the house and just enjoying the space as well. Day 4, another amazing breakfast by Chef Mo, this time in the AM, not the PM, Carmen. Then we have organized a group hike with local lesbian slash bisexual queer overarching group who leads walks and hikes throughout the city or all around Atlanta. They're doing one just especially for us, and it's open to the public, so we'll get a chance to like meet some locals as well. And the group is called Let's Go Hiking. So we'll do like a 2.7-mile hike with them for those of us who want to be a little active. Then we will return back to the house, and we will Zuri and another Steph, not this Steph that was on the call, but another Steph will lead speed dating. There's about 15 people signed up so far, and we are going to cap it. So unfortunately, this isn't part of the Lesbi Friends trip experience. It is a little bit extra. If you do want to do speed dating, which a few of you have signed up for, it is a $15 cost, and it's before our Cute and Queer Takeover Party, which is our annual Black Pride party that we host in DC, and we're excited to have that in Atlanta. So we're literally having a house party at the house. If you didn't know, we're having a house party. People are coming that are not on the trip. Someone asked me logistically, like how is it going to work with our stuff? And our stuff will be safe. People will not have access to our personal space and our sleeping quarters. But we are having an indoor-outdoor house party in the house with people from the public. So be prepared for that, and that is included in the weekend trip costs. But before the house party is speed dating. Like, if I didn't have a boo, I would speed date, because I seen Zuri sprinkle her like little magic juju, and just like people have epiphanies about, their single life, their intentions. So it might be a thing, or maybe you could be single for the weekend, who knows? But you might want to participate in that. It's going to be an hour and a half long before the party starts. And so the party is going to be great. We're having 2 DJs. We're having a food truck. Get a couple drink tickets. It's going to be a good time. And guess what? You don't got to go nowhere to have this house party. It's a good time. Okay. And then hopefully maybe there's time for naps once we kick everybody out of this amazing house party. And then we're going to do some midnight awards. We do superlatives for Lesbi Friends, because you guys are awesome and deserve all the recognition. And people are going to stick out on the weekend, and you're just like, oh, I need to remember them and recognize them and all the things. Okay. Last but not least, I know I talk a lot. Grab and go breakfast. So as you can imagine, we are not going to do a full spread on Monday because we got to go. So we'll have stuff like yogurt, bagels, protein bars, just to go. I mean, or you can wake up a little early and do your own thing. we actually, our accommodations will have a working kitchen that you can use. So if you are the type of person who likes to prepare your own things in your downtime, there will be a separate space that you can use even while Chef Mo is whipping up her amazing creations for us. All right, any questions about the itinerary? Questions, concerns, comments? You go and read this on your own, so I'm not even gonna get into it, but we give you suggestions for places to eat, things to do in the area. 2 pages of things to do, 3 pages of things to do, okay. We gonna tell you the weather, what it's supposed to be. You gonna look it up on your own, because that's what we do. And we are also, we might have some rain, who knows? We have some important house information, so you can connect to the Wi-Fi. If you have good service, don't use up the Wi-Fi though, you know. Maybe just like leave it for the people who have lesser bars. So I know y'all are gonna read over this information on your own leisurely time. We even suggest a packing list. So, you know, just sometimes you might forget, like, oh, I gotta like bring workout clothes because I'm going on a hike. So, you know, we let you know. Bring sleeping garments just in case you're sharing a room with people. Or don't. Some people might enjoy that. And then, you know, just basic things y'all should pack. So review this at your leisure. We do have a shared photo album proactively. We will have a couple photographers there. There will be professional photos to share and be partaken. We all also have photo booths that you guys can use throughout your stay to have your own personal photo shoot. But if you perhaps want to just add a picture or two to the shared photo album, we find like the best photos come from like, you know, the intimate experiences that we have, and these photos will be shared amongst us. And then contact information, you've all been invited to the group chat. If you don't have WhatsApp, download it because you're missing some good stuff. Again, my best contact information is my email address. I check that more than my text messages. So email me first, but on the trip, of course, come up to me, or, you know, in case of emergency, please call me, call over text if it's an emergency. And the group chat is for group things, so we can communicate in there and enjoy each other's company and chat about the things that we might want to do on the trip. Feel free to use it to connect with the group. Yes, we got 2 weeks of connection prior to, but the most important stuff will happen on the ground when we get there. Okay, I'm gonna go to the group chat, answer some questions. There is no number for the group chat. You have to basically download WhatsApp. It's an application for your phone, like Facebook Messenger, like GroupMe. Once you download that, you've already been added to the group, but I can send you that link again. So once you download group chat and you log in or set your account up, you will have access to our group chat. But if that is not the case, let me know offline and I will re-add you to the group. Y'all are quiet. I hope you guys talk more on the trip. All right, real quick, we got 5 minutes. Let's do another little icebreaker. I kind of want to know like why people decided to come on this trip, but those are for selfish reasons. Or what people's intentions are behind the trip. And we'll talk about more of this on the trip. But for those of us who might want to share that now, because that's what I got off the top of my head. Like, y'all want to turn up? Like, Zuri's gonna have y'all turning up. She's gonna have y'all getting deep and maybe crying. And then y'all are gonna, and then she's gonna be, and then from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., then she'd be like, let's go out, guys, and party till 3 o'clock. And I'm gonna be taking a nap. But anyway, who's on Team Nap? Team Zuri? Turn up. What are you guys hoping to get out of this trip? Anyone want to?
Look, I'm team nap, then we can go out if that's an option. Because I be trying to be a little bit of everything. So if I get a good nap in, I'm hanging out in the streets too. But yeah, excited to just like meet some new people, bond with some other Black queer folks, like, and just have a good time. Might meet a cutie. I don't know, but I'm just trying to have a good time.
I'm definitely excited to meet a bunch of beautiful women. All of you all are very beautiful. I'm very single and been single for a while because work has been my priority. And I'm trying to not let it be my priority and get out and meet more folks. But I'm not a club person because I don't drink or anything. So there's nowhere where to go out and meet. So my friend told me, my friend Jamaica, when she told me about this, I was very excited and I saw so many things that you all were doing. So I was really excited to actually get to meet a group of women. And hopefully, like she said, find me a cutie. So that's it for me. And I'm gonna talk a lot, y'all. When y'all see me there, I joke around. I like to have fun. I'm a happy person. Cup is full, not half full, totally full, running over. May get on your nerves, but it's just me. So I'm looking forward to the trip though, really am.
I'm excited about the trip. This is my birthday weekend. Celebrating the 17th anniversary of my 25th. We're not gonna call me by my age. And my best friend is coming. She signed in as Timon and she's queer friendly. So yeah, I plan on remembering you guys, but not really remembering you guys because it's my birthday. And I'll be kid free and I don't have to work. So that's my goal.
Jamaica, you should say something because you're celebrating your birthday that weekend too. No, stop acting. She's not a quiet person normally, but I'm talking for her. She's single also, and she's celebrating her birthday that weekend.
Birthday turn up, Virgos. There's a few others.
My energy is I'm excited to be there. When you work a trip, you're excited to get it done. But I'm excited to meet everybody, and I'm newly single. Lisa says I need a fun distraction, so I'll keep it there. We'll see what happens.
I'm just excited to be around Black queer women because that is not really a thing in my group. All of my friends are straight, and respectfully, I'm just tired of hearing about dick. So I'm excited to meet y'all.
I
Yeah,
have
I
a
haven't gotten
question.
to really celebrate. I was gonna say I haven't gotten to really celebrate Pride because of work the past few years. So I'm just excited to be around Black women and celebrate Pride. I think I'm more on the party side, so I'm ready to turn up as
Thank you, Rachel. Shelley, you were about to say, ask a question.
Is there gonna be coffee? I'm not really a morning person in coffee, yes.
And Red Bull, please.
As long as there's plenty of water, I'm fine. Because I don't drink sodas, I don't drink coffee, and I have to keep this temple nice and clean.
There will be coffee. There will be all the non-alcoholic beverages like juice and soda. Well, you don't drink soda for breakfast, but if people really want soda, we can have that as part of, the grazing food that people can help themselves to. But yes, all the juices, plenty of water. Please drink more water than anything else. The only alcohol that we will be providing will be at the party and during our boozy breakfast and excuse me, during our welcome happy hour. I forget what I called that, but if you would like to bring things to share, whether it be food, drinks, whatever, you are welcome to. We typically have sharing tables. But there will be plenty of food, that you can help yourself to. And Atlanta is a foodie town, and we are in a walkable, very convenient area. So you can easily have access to grocery stores as well as places to grab food, prepared food as well.
I have a question. Is there like a smoking section on the premises?
We can make a smoking section. I've never actually been to these accommodations, sorry, I did not fly to Atlanta and check this out, but it's a very nice place. And so we will here to figure out where that will be, but we can definitely have a smoking section so that the smoke won't affect people who don't like to be around smoke. And we'll just ask, like, as always, just smokers, take care of their own, like ashes or whatever. And just, be respectful of, the space. But I have no problem with you partaking in whatever is legal.
Oh, is marijuana legal in Georgia?
You can smoke.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that question, but we do have smokers on this trip and you can smoke. I'm not one of them, but they exist. You all will find each other.
Any other questions?
I have a question. As people are mentioning being single and things, and I know we're doing the speed dating and that's happening, but if there's anything that topic wise that you want to talk about or anything that you want me to make a focus or have a sidebar about or anything like that, if you want to have like a singles meetup or something, just let me know. I feel like my thing is I just want everybody to have a really good time and get everything that they want out of this and more. And who knows what I can do to help that happen, but I won't know if you don't tell me. So let me know. And the other thing that Lisa is super happy with this group, and I'm so happy to meet all of you. I'm very much a more the merrier person. So I'm going to be the person who pushes. If you have friends, we have like 5 more slots left in the house. So if you know of anyone who's interested and they want more information or anything like that, please let us know because I would love to fill those spots out if we could.
You get a bonus if you do refer someone. And now I don't know if I gave Janika her bonus, but now that I know, I'll give you the bonus.
What type of rooms are left? You say you have more space, but
Yeah, so we recently had a private queen shared bedroom become available. So it's one queen bed that can be shared by 2 people, or one person can take it and just pay a little extra for that privilege. We have our queen bunk bed in our queen bunk bedroom, which is up to 4 people. We have a lower and an upper bunk. And it's more like a loft than a bunk bed. And then we have twin upper and lower bunk bed available. Total of 5 spots. And really, you ain't gonna sleep, so do you really need your own room? Or, I mean, I have people who come on trips consistently and they always, buy a bed, clearly, because that's the only thing you can buy. Or buy a package with a bed, but they sleep on the couch. Like there's this one person that always sleeps on the couch.
I'm that
Yeah.
person.
So, I mean, hopefully we'll yeah, but yes, I get it. So yes, so those are available. Yes. And it's probably going to be cheaper than a hotel and or equivalent and a better situation. Because they get all of us. So
I wanted to throw in to answer your question, Lisa, on why I decided to come on the trip. This is my first time doing anything like this. I have not group traveled. I have not traveled with someone who is, responsible for planning everything and helping feed us. So this is a new experience for me completely. I've traveled with like 1 or 2 people. I've traveled solo multiple times, but this is a new experience. So that was kind of cool. The fact that it was with all 4 women, that was better. And just having that community that I think Danielle mentioned isn't as available as I would like it to be sometimes. It was interesting hearing everybody's introductions and seeing that we are not all from the DC area. That's what I fully expected. I think there was somebody from Pennsylvania. I heard Canada at some point. That was while I was driving, so I was half in, half out, but that's what I did hear. Yeah. So yeah, I think that would be I think this is an awesome experience. And I also wanted to see how we travel. Because again, I mentioned Thailand earlier. So that's on my list of things to do. So thank you for pushing that that date from August 10th to September 10th. So I could like meet y'all before signing up completely and committing myself. As far as my personality goes, it goes back and forth. Sometimes I'm very introverted. I am very introverted. Other times, I'm this, so I don't mind talking. But I definitely appreciate somebody who is more talkative than I am, who engages me. So I will say that just as a side note. I'm also single. And to Zuri's question, when we talk, I should say I'm really interested in some of the kind of interpersonal conversations that we have inside the house. I like the balance of having just regular chat with the balance of being able to go out and explore Atlanta. So, but if one of those conversations that came up was around polyamory, I would really appreciate it. Between polyamory or ethical non-monogamy, depending on how you define it, would be awesome. And then I think Carmen mentioned, and I apologize if I'm wrong, I think she mentioned something along the lines of, finding space in the day-to-day to date and meet people. I've also been one of those people who kind of prioritize my career, and I'm trying to shift in the other direction because I'm old and I'm single, but no kids, and it's probably about time. So yeah, if we talk about building relationships while also balancing that work-life balance, that would be awesome. That's all I got.
thank you. That was great. And I can fit you into Thailand even after September 10th. But the hotels are selling out, so.
Okay, I have questions. I will email you. I have questions about the flight in particular, but I'll email you.
Y'all are gonna come on this trip, have an amazing time, and hopefully group travel will be everybody's jam sooner than later. Because if you're like me, you just can't wait for your friends to get it together. All right. I appreciate you all. We are 10 minutes over. Unless there are any pressing questions, I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna go wash my hair, literally. And let's reconvene in the group chat. So if you don't have WhatsApp, download it. Introduce yourself with the introduction that you can see when you log in to the group. And we can chat on there until we see each other in person in a couple short weeks.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, no
One
problem.
last thing. I'm sorry. I wanted to know if anybody, I don't want to make sure that everybody's clear on the party pass and then the things that are not included in the party pass. As you're making a decision to see if you want one, just to like, and I'm just gonna throw some numbers out there, and I know this, you're not gonna commit it to memory. I'll try to type it up and make it make sense. But the R&B party is like $20. And that is okay, the R&B party. So Thursday, Saturday, which would be the wet and the block party situation, and other events that are happening on at other times. But those are the only two events that we have talked about directly, like going to, and one is 20 and one is $40. That would be included in the party pass. To make that party pass worth it for you, you would like look at the other party and the other events on the schedule and see if there are other things that you're interested in. The unmasked party that's on Friday that we are hopefully going to go and support Kia Comedy with is, I think, I'm not sure how much it is, but it's not a part of the party pass. That is separate. The other things that if you are interested in that do make the party pass a little bit more worth it, there's like a brunch on, I think it's Saturday. It's like a soulful brunch. And that's about $60. So you're at 120 right there. So that's just giving you, so if you go and look at the individual, like go and look at the Atlanta Black Pride events page, check out because at this point, we have not mentioned any events for Friday or Saturday or Sunday evening. So I mean, after like the unmasked thing is earlier in the day. So there are parties that happen after. I mean, it's at I think 7 or 8. So there are parties that happen after that. So really deep dive and look at the prices of the individual parties and see if it financially makes sense for you to get the pass. By the time you do 4 Atlanta Black Pride parties, it makes sense to get the pass. If you're doing less than that, then doing a little bit of a la carte probably makes a little bit more financial sense. And also, if you want to do, there's a yacht party on Monday. For anybody who's sticking around, that is an Atlanta Black Pride weekend party. It is not included in the party pass. It is a separate cost. So just some things to kind of think about. There is an event. Anyway, just go and check it out. And they've kind of tried to like separate it between female events, male events, free events and not free events, 35 and up stuff and everybody else. So just check some stuff out.
Yeah, thank you, Zuri, for that. The party pass is 175 and Zuri got us a pretty nice discount. So for those who want to be enjoying some of the being out and about in the scene, it is a really great value. You don't have to, and like Zuri said, there are like a few things that I personally will be going to, and like, we might like encourage to go to as a group. And so if you're going to go to 1 or 2 extra things, it might make sense to have that pass if you want to. And you can add it on, I'll say, until the week before the trip. So you got a week to make your decision. But they're gonna cut us off at some point. So all right, Tatiana.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot what my first question was. It's okay. No, it's okay. I had a question. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay, then it doesn't matter. Second question, with the party pass, would we be able to do both the activity on the itinerary and those outside with the party pass? Like both activity from the schedule that we have and the other one, or is it too much? Like,
No, great question. It honestly just depends on your capacity. So as you can see, this itinerary isn't a typical Lesby Friends trip itinerary because it's Pride, and again, we realize people might want to have free time, flexibility to be out and about. So, and you will get I'll put the links in the group chat so you can, refer back to this. But I mean, the only thing I can see like potentially conflict, there will be times, so they have day parties and evening parties with the party pass. I don't think anything's like a morning thing except a brunch that Zuri mentioned. So most of our activities are morning activities. That's why we're feeding everyone breakfast and then letting them fend for themselves for dinner for most days. And honestly, if some things, you just might need to make a choice. Like on Saturday, if there's a party you really want to go to that party, right? Because we just playing games in the house. The games are going to be amazing, but it's like a chill, laid back vibe. I mean, I'll be there because I'm gonna be tired. But and I'm an introvert too, Brittany. And I just like being in the house. So, but you might just have to pick and choose, right? Like, do I really want to do games with these 20 people that I've been seeing, that I'm gonna see for 5 days? Or do I want to go out and maybe meet my future boo? So it's just up to you. I tried to not make it too tempting. But I completely understand, and there's no shade if you decide to go out and to do other things, and that are not in the house. The things in the house in the evenings are going to be like laid back. We would like you to come to the Cute and Queer House party because that's going to be amazing. Yeah, that's like the biggest event we throw of the year. And yeah, it's always a great time in DC, and I can't imagine it being any less in Atlanta. So we want you to come to that, even though there might be conflicting parties on the party pass, but everything else you can leave the house for. I'm going to lock the doors for that. I'm just kidding. Why is it still light outside, Rachel? Like, what the frig? Yes, there are dress codes and themes. You didn't miss anything because I didn't share that itinerary yet. But there's the itinerary that is going to suggest what you should wear. There's a key and everything. And then there's the more general itinerary that I shared in the travel guide. So I'll send both of those links in the group chat tonight. And you probably will receive an email tomorrow because I have to still go wash my hair.
I got another question.
Yay, you remembered.
Well, two things. Okay, first one, let's just say we go out, coming back into the house. How is that gonna work? Is there a code or something that we're gonna get, or locks, or how that?
I believe there's a code to get in there's a code to get in the house. They have not shared that with me yet. I will get it the day before, and then I will probably update the travel guide, which is a digital travel guide, and then it will be put in the group chat. And there's a way that I can pin things on the group chat, so I'll probably like pin that because that's really important. So yes, there will be codes. Don't share with your friends who are not staying in the house.
Okay, and the question I had, it was what's the WhatsApp number for the group?
There's no number. So I literally added people. So I created a group. I added people because y'all all in my phone now. And so you would have received, if you have WhatsApp, you would have received an invitation. So if you open the app, you might have received it. If not, I can text you link so you can join the group because not everybody can just I guess, proactively be, let's see. Yep. I will, I mean, I see you, you're on my phone in the group, but I mean, if you don't see it on your end, I'll just text you the link so you can join the group if you don't see it on your end.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, if you could send it to me too, Lisa, I'd appreciate it. I'm a big WhatsApp fan and I cannot figure out how to get to it.
Sure thing. I will
Thank
do that now. Send it to each of you.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right. Aw, you guys are great. Thanks for sharing part of your Wednesday night with us. This is gonna be fun. I have your number, Tatiana. You're in my phone, I promise. This is gonna be fun. I will see y'all in a couple weeks. Chat on the group chat. And yeah, happy packing.
Have a good night.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.